Hello, investors and traders, and welcome to the weekly market report with the market guys. I'm AJ Monty. This is a 1-year daily candle chart of the Dow Jones Industrial Average ETF, ticker symbol DIA, also known as the spiders. And as you can see, my lines are still on the chart from last week's report, where I drew some fan lines and I projected that the market would start to pull back from these fan lines at the top. And what's happened is this accelerated trend is starting to break down, and we're seeing the move lower below the first fan line, second fan line, and now we're on to test the third fan line right here. So I don't need to move this line at all. It's following it perfectly. So I'll leave that in place for next week. Just know that if you have any long positions, we're starting to see a lower high here than the previous high, and that's another sign of weakness. Combine that with a drop in volume. That drop in volume tells us that the buyers are starting to slow down. And finally, if we see a move or a close below the 20-period moving average, which is that blue line, that is yet another sign of weakness. Now, if I go on to look at the Russell 2000, ticker symbol RUT, I did mention last week that there was a possibility we would rally on the news from the Fed if, in fact, the Fed met expectations at an increase of 25 basis points. So we did see that from the Fed, but overall, that's still a hike in interest rates. So I'm going to leave this line in place for the Russell 2000 because I think that now that we've broken down below this fan line, we could very well test this third fan line down here. And note that we are now below that 20-period moving average. So I think we could see a downturn from that moving average as it acts as resistance. Now, if we look at the spiders, ticker symbol SPY, S&P 500 ETF, yes, it's measuring 500 stocks versus in the Russell where it's tracking 2,000 stocks. We see that this line, in fact, is accurate. Once again, what I need to do here, though, is I need to move that over to keep up with the time frame that we're looking at, and I think that we could see yet another downward tick in the spiders. Again, a lower high from the previous high. We're seeing a slight close, very, very slight close below that 20-period moving average, again, that blue line. So that's all negative signs showing up there for the S&P 500. If we look at the Qs, ticker symbol QQQ, you'll see that I'm going to leave that in place as well. The Qs are looking a little bit stronger than the Russell 2000, the diamonds, and the spiders. But this is also something we have to keep an eye on because there's still a fairly wide divergence from that 20-period moving average. So I think we're still going to pull back to retest that fan line. So I'm going to remove this, and all I'm going to do is slide it over. That's it. We have a slight drop in the volume from Wednesday, so that tells us that the buyers are starting to slow down, at least in the slightest bit, and that tells us also that when the buyers slow down, sellers start to think to come in. Now, if we look at the VIX, ticker symbol VIX, I said that we would bounce a little bit. We did that on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Thursday and Friday we came back down, so I'm going to slide this over again, keeping it still in an upward trend because I think that the VIX is still looking pretty bullish. I'm going to move it on like that. We have a hammer pattern on the VIX, and we have a divergence from that 20-period moving average as it tests the 3-year lows right here. That's that support level. So remember, the VIX is a contrarian indicator to the S&P, and so if the VIX is bullish, that is bearish for the S&P. And we already described that to you as we looked at the signals on the chart for the SPY, and that is, again, looking pretty bearish. Now, this coming Monday, which is March 20th, we are having an open house Q&A session. It's a 1-hour session that you can plug into. It's free. So all you have to do is go to our website, www.themarketguys.com, scroll down just a little bit, and you'll see a link here at the bottom that will bring you to the registration page. Just click on that, put in your information. We do not sell our lists. We do not market to our lists and lease them out in any way. We keep that private and to ourselves. So that is a free event, 1 hour session. You'll get to submit your stock symbols. You'll be able to ask me questions, and you'll be able to track along with some of the trade candidates that pop up from our audience. One other thing, we had a link issue on the web store that we use WordPress, and for some reason there was a corruption in that link. So if you tried to order anything from our store, especially the Oracle and the $99 special, just go ahead, try that again. It should work for you. We've done several tests and I know it works. So I'm looking forward to speaking with you on Monday and answering your questions and analyzing your stocks. I hope you have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next week. So long.
For almost 3 decades, AJ Monty has motivated audiences worldwide about creating personal wealth and winning in business. His time-tested risk management strategies focus on ideas that involve a keep it super simple approach, also known as the KISS principle. These concepts have been delivered to people in over 16 countries around the world, reaching audiences in the millions. AJ is a best-selling author of 2 books, The Market Guy's 5 Points for Trading Success and Take Charge of Your Money Now, both of which have been featured on PBS Television, Fox Business News, ABC TV, as well as Sirius Money Radio. As a financial educator and consultant, he has worked with some of the most recognized names in the financial industry. Companies like Bank of America, Charles Schwab, E-Trade Financial, Scotiabank, and TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim. If you have ever been challenged with having to make a tough decision regarding when to buy or sell a stock, then help is on the way. The Options Oracle and Equity Oracle Alert services are designed to help you make those tough decisions. AJ will not only help you find the best trade candidates, but he will also lay out the exit strategy for each position in an easy-to-understand format that anyone can follow.
Hi, my name is AJ Monty, Chief Market Strategist for the Market Guys. For almost 30 years, I've traded stocks, options, futures, and even currencies. I've traveled the world teaching people just like you how to profit in the market using time-tested strategies that focus on risk management. You see, the secret to making money in the market depends on your ability to limit losses when you're wrong. In other words, if you want to make a lot of money in the market, don't lose a lot of money in the market. Now that may sound funny, but it's true. Most investors are challenged with 2 questions. The first question is, how do you find a good stock? Well, the best way to find the right stock starts with eliminating all of the stocks you would not invest in. This process of elimination is called stock screening. And our services help you overcome the odds so you're putting your money where the money is going. We're simply following the trends. The second question most people ask of me is, when is it time to sell? Well, if you don't have an answer to this question, then you might find yourself in a position where you're holding on to your stocks when things go against you. This is the worst thing you could possibly do because I believe this is no longer a buy and hold market. It has evolved into a buy and protect market. Holding on and hoping for things to get better is not a strategy. In fact, doing this will eventually lead you to a catastrophic loss, and you wouldn't want that. Our trade alert services help answer these 2 questions. Not only will I help you find the right trade candidate, but I'll also show you how to use the charts to manage risk. I don't use the charts to predict the future. I use them to protect the future. The charts tell me when it's time to get out as well as when it's time to get in. And that's what I'd like to teach you as well. We have 2 services, the Equity Oracle and the Options Oracle. The Equity Oracle is an alert service for traders who would like to trade only equities, whereas the Options Oracle is our premier alert service for both equity and option traders. Each alert is laid out in an easy-to-understand format that shows charts depicting entry and exit points. Risk management is our cornerstone of each service, so you don't have to struggle with the decision of when to get out or when a trade goes against you, when should I take my loss. The strategy is to use the KISS principle, keeping it super simple. As a bonus, you'll have access to a live Q&A session as well, each and every month. This is where you can submit a stock symbol, and I will analyze these stocks while we discuss the best trading strategies for each position. And it gets better. In addition to the alert service and the live monthly Q&A sessions, We're also developing a member page that will include instructional videos about how to get the most out of our service. Without question, this is the best trade alert service available on the market, and we look forward to having you as our newest subscriber. Simply click on the link below to subscribe. It's easy. Once again, I'm AJ Monty, Chief Market Strategist for the Market Guys. Thanks for watching.
Enrolling in this service is easy. Simply click on the link below to subscribe, and your weekly alert will be delivered right to your email box. And if you act now, we will include AJ's best-selling book, The Market Guy's 5 Points for Trading Success. This is a first-time offer that will get you on the road to success and keep you there. Remember, if you continue to do what you've always done, things will never change. Positive results will only come after you've taken the first step in the right direction. We look forward to having you as our newest member.